I don't know. We're going to get into it right after this, but Belichick looks like he's missing one quarterback.
Oh, yeah. Tom Brady.
And we're going to get right into that topic because there's a report coming out by The Athletic. Jeff Howe, who has been in Patriots Insider for years, he's moved on from the Patriots now to more, I believe, of a general analyst. He was basically saying the teams that Brady could sign with if he potentially wants to stay in the NFL. This is last year with the Buccaneers. He's making about $15 million this year because he signed that one-year deal to extend it. More so to help the team. Then he retires, comes back for retirement, plays this year. Doesn't look great. But Jeff Howe was basically listing off teams that he could go to. The 49ers were one. The Raiders were one. And there was another one that I'm forgetting off the top of my head. But the Dolphins, he didn't think he was going to go to. That was rumored about Brady and Sean Payton going to Miami. But it seems like Tua is doing finer than Mike McDaniel. So no reason for that. But one team that he could not say to count out was the New England Patriots, a return. Brady, Belichick, and he basically says that when there was definitely a rift between Brady and Belichick, especially when they drafted Jimmy G. Then the report came out that Belichick wanted to trade away Tom Brady. Jimmy G is the starter in 2017. Brady goes out, makes it to 2 straight Super Bowls, wins one, should have won the first one, but Belichick couldn't stop Nick Foles and that defense. Just couldn't do anything about it. Then Belichick says, you're too old. We're not going to sign you to a long-term deal. So he leaves after 2019, goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, wins a Super Bowl, plays pretty well, throws 5,300 yards, 42 touchdowns last year. Looks really, really good. Has the second most touchdowns since 2020, which is very impressive. But it seems like when they met last year in Week 4, at the end of the game, Nick Folk missed they went for it on 4th down instead of kicking the field goal to put them up over the Bucs. At the end, when Belichick and Brady met at the center of the field, had that quick little hug, but then it came out that Belichick and Brady met in a private room for 23 minutes. It seems like their relationship was a little bit mended, which that's why Jeff Howe is saying that don't ever write off the Patriots. So I'm going to ask you, Brady, next year, if he decides to play, he'll be a free agent unless I believe the Bucs may try to sign him to a 1-2 year deal. Could be. But Brady, 46 years old, 24th season. Can you see Brady and Belichick meeting again, reuniting for 1 or 2 years, 3 years, however long he decides to play?
I'm not sure about 3 years, but I could see maybe 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that it wouldn't be Belichick going after him so much as it would be Kraft. Kraft will go after him. If he's a free agent, he's looking at other teams, Kraft will make a pitch to Brady, big time. And he and Kraft are very close. And I would think that Belichick would be receptive to it, too, because he's probably not going to make the playoffs this year. And his offense has been, it sputters. It's really not what it needs to be. It needs that spark that Brady can provide. And I think if Brady came back, that the first year back, it would be, that spark would be there big time. And the fans would go nuts, right? They would go nuts. And it would be good for the game. It would be very good for the game if that happened. I don't think it's possible, but I'm not sure it's probable.
I'm gonna agree with you that I'm gonna go with it's not that much. I'm not gonna go with. I'm saying Brady doesn't go because one, he never said he wants to go back to playing cold weather, so that immediately rules out New England. I don't think Brady would go back to that. Besides, his parents are getting older, so honestly, the 49ers seem more likely than the Patriots do.
I'm not sure about the 49ers really wanting him, though.
No, I think they're content with Jimmy G, and the problem with that is that Trey Lance, they spent so much. It's the Trey Lance Jimmy G. I don't think
they're still they haven't given up on Trey Lance yet. I don't think.
I think they should because if Jimmy G makes a deep playoff run,
Jimmy G will be the. They're probably if he makes the deep playoff run, they get they have a chance to win the Super Bowl.
They do.
If that happens, deep playoff run, win the Super Bowl. Or just a deep playoff run, I think they give Jimmy G another contract, but the Trey Lance will be the backup.
I think it could be a Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers type of a thing, where Aaron Rodgers is playing to a level that Jordan Love can't quite touch yet. And Jimmy G right now is playing good enough that Trey Lance, I don't think, would be an improvement or even close to being the same right now as Jimmy G is. But when it comes to Brady and Belichick reuniting, I just there's a lot of pieces that Brady has right now, and a lot of perks Brady has right now. Then once he gets to New England, it's gonna never be the same as it once was.
Yeah, he might be able to bring some players with him.
I don't think it's the players as much as
the wide receiver core. They're going to have to do something about the wide receiver core.
They can't take Mike Evans.
Aguilar, he shouldn't be there anymore.
He can't take Mike Evans with him. Chris Godwin's on a 3-year deal right now. Leonard Fournette's on an extended deal.
There'll be some. Who are the free agent receivers next year?
I don't. A lot of them are already signed up for multi-year deals.
Yeah, well, there'll be some receivers out there. I think Jacoby Myers is a keeper.
He's a keeper.
Right. Hunter Henry's a keeper.
He's there for another 2 years. John Smith there.
Maybe Gronk will come out of retirement.
Gronk. No way. I think Brady could I think Brady could tap into what he did back in the early 2010s with Aaron Hernandez and Gronk. I think he could do a lot with Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. That sort of 2 tight end combo. Because I think Jonnu Smith is more agile than Hunter Henry, which that was what Aaron Hernandez's job is with Gronk. Gronk was the 3 guys need to take me down if I'm going to get tackled, and Aaron Hernandez was the elusive tight end. Jonnu Smith is very elusive. Put him in that halfback position. Hand it off to him a couple times.
I don't know why they aren't doing that now.
Because it ain't Bill O'Brien's offense anymore. No. That's the big perk of Bill O'Brien. And now I think if Brady comes over, is he? They're obviously going to need to stick with Matt Patricia. Belichick loves Matt Patricia. But are you going to move him back to defense? Because right now, Belichick has his son as the defensive play caller. Are you going to say, sorry, son, we got to have this guy who actually knows what he's talking about come into play?
I don't think so.
So Brady would need to adapt to Matt Patricia's offense and Joe Judge being his quarterback's coach, which I think Brady doesn't need Joe Judge to be his quarterback's coach. But Brady would basically need to come in, and he would need to basically decrease the level of talent he's playing with. If he's playing not great now, with a not great, but I guess okay offensive line. He has very good receivers. He needs to go to a team that has probably a C+ offensive line right now to probably a C+C, because they just can't block nobody, to a B- at best wide receiver core, and a running game that is inconsistent, but I think Brady would like Ramondre Stevenson, like I said before, James White, LeGarrette Blount blend.
Yeah, he is.
But you don't have that running back too. And the big problem with the Bucs this year is that they can't run the ball very well.
I don't know, running back too with Damian Harris when he's healthy.
He's not great though. Like this year.
Yeah, you know what? He's just a good running back.
This year
they didn't give him that
good.
many chances.
He was the running back 1 all year. He got hurt, and then Ramondre Stevenson came up.
No, but last year he had some good games.
Last year he had I think like 12 touchdowns or something like that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't bad, but
he's not bad. He's a decent running back.
He had 929 yards, 15 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like the 15 touchdowns is really good.
Yeah. 900 yards ain't bad either.
He averaged 61 yards a game, and the Patriots last year, running the ball, they were ranked 8th. So they had a pretty good running game. Their defense was the passing defense was the major key. They were 2nd in passing defense. This year, their defense is 9th in passing. They did a little bit better on running, but their offense is bottom 10 this year.
Yeah.
Across the board. Their passing offense is a little bit better than their rushing offense, but their offense is the problem. And the huge change was Josh McDaniels. And then it was, let's bring back Joe Judge, who was a failure with the Giants, and he had Saquon Barkley. Let's bring back Matt Patricia because he had coached the Lions and he's out of a job. Can I see them reuniting? I just can't. I think Brady, because Brady, when he left New England, there was this huge personality boost that we got. He got on social media. He's promoting he made the TB12 sports thing. He has the Brady clothing brand now. This huge personality came out that was suppressed when he was in New England.
Many more commercials.
Yes. And Belichick started getting a couple of those Subway commercials early on when Brady left last year, and the year before he was in a couple of those.
Well, Belichick, I think his goal is he wants to win.
He does.
He wants to win. He wants to win badly. He wants to be the number 1 winningest coach of all time.
That would take at least 2 seasons, I think, with the way this is going.
Well,
at least.
I mean, he's got to win, 10, 11, 12 games a year to be able to make it in a few years.
I think he's 31 games out of it.
So he's got to win. He'd probably win, hopefully he'll win 3 or 4 more this year. But He still have a ways to go, and he need a team that can get him there. He doesn't want a team that's going to go, 5-12.
Right.
Yeah, and that's a possibility, I think. Their schedule is going to be easier next year because they aren't winning that many games this year. They may wind up in last place in their division. So
yeah. Let's see.
Hopefully they get somebody in the draft too.
Yeah.
Actually, they drafted pretty well this year. They have some good rookies.
They didn't do too badly. Let's see. Belichick right now, because the record is 347 totally, I believe. Yes. Yeah, 347 in total. Belichick for regular season wins is like 30 30, 40 games off. But his playoff wins, that's where...
Yeah, well, he hasn't been to the playoffs as much. He's been losing in the playoffs.
Right. So right now, 296 plus... Wow. Yeah, 296 plus 31. I'm trying to do that math. That's 327, right? Yes.
My guess,
he needs 20 games.
If Brady,
20 wins.
If Brady wants to play next year and he's a free agent, and he doesn't want to go back to the Bucs, or he's listening to other offers, he's going to get one from the Patriots because it's coming from Kraft.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's 327. Belichick needs 21 more wins to pass it. So with the way this is going, 3 seasons may not suffice if we're talking about maybe...
Yeah, he's not getting any younger.
Yeah. So
he's 70 years old now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said one of my hot takes was Belichick retires at the end of the year. And with the way the Patriots are going, can they sustain,
He's not retiring, I guarantee you.
But is he going to be able to keep up with just the tragedy of the Patriots offense? Because Belichick is so rooted in it. He's hiring people that he's hired before. He's not picking some random guy that maybe has done well in college.
No, well, maybe these guys, maybe they will improve. Maybe Patricia and Judge will improve.
I don't think Judge has any room for improvement.
He doesn't do that much, though, right? Quarterback's coach. What the hell's he doing?
Look at Mac Jones. You tell me how he's doing it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not sure what they...
What about Matt Patricia? He's been a primarily defensive guy. Last time he was part of the offense...
He was in college, he was an offensive lineman.
Yeah, no, the last time he was on the offense was 2005, where he was the Patriots' assistant offensive line coach. 2004 was his last time being like an offensive assistant. So that's the last time he touched the offense was 17 years ago.
Yeah.
Since then, it's been head coach.
I think his play calling has been questionable in a number of games this year.
And also, he's listed as the offensive line coach. The offensive line doesn't look good either. Keep getting beat all the time.
Yeah.
So the Patriots have a lot of issues, and I just don't see Brady wouldn't be interested in that. There's a lot of teams that are.
I'll repeat it again. If he wants to play again next year and he's a free agent looking at other teams, he'll get an offer from the Patriots, a good one, because Kraft will want him back.
I'll agree with that. Kraft will probably want him.
Yeah.
So
not probably. He will. He'll want him badly. I
think that could also help Mac Jones though to grow under Brady. Because Mac Jones is signed, if they take his 5th-year option until 2025. You bring Brady out for 2 years, Mac Jones learns they would need to sign for his 5th-year option, though.
Yeah.
Mac Jones comes in his 5th year, has a chance to, make a multi-year contract, stay with the Patriots. So the Patriots, they look bad right now. And I just don't think it appeals to Brady to come to that. Because Brady left the Patriots to go to, at the time, Chris Godwin, who's the number 1 receiver. So.
Well, I think the Patriots have a lot of good players. I think they need more on the defensive line and the offensive line. Yeah. Those two. They need that, and I do think they need they don't have that really great wide receiver.
Right.
I think Jacoby Myers is good. He's a serviceable player. And maybe this Thornton guy would be good, but they don't throw the ball to him enough. That Thornton. He doesn't get the opportunities.
Kendrick Bourne. Where is he?
He played one play last night.
I love Kendrick Bourne, and Kendrick Bourne sounded off in last night's game, saying the offense needs to get going here. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So, and there was rumors that he would get traded. I like Kendrick Bourne. I'd say he's better than Nelson Aguilar.
I do too.
He doesn't get played.
I think he's better than Aguilar.
He never gets in there. So how can we even tell?